Good afternoon, guys. In this video, you're going to see unseen footage that we have never posted before. This is the journey from Papagayo through the tunnel on the motorway to Santiago del Teide. We know Jay would have made that journey sometime between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning. From Santiago del Teide, you go up into the mountains, and then there's a long decline on the roads. It's 5.5, 6 kilometers decline. It's all decline. It's extremely dangerous. If you make one mistake on those roads, there's no reflectors, there's no street lights, it's absolutely pitch black. If you make one mistake on those roads, it's game over. There's literally hundreds of feet of drops down sharp volcanic mountain rock. If you come off in a car on those roads, you will literally tumble down to the bottom of a ravine. The reason why we're putting this footage up is because people ask, why did Jay go the wrong way? Well, if you've come this track in a car and you see how steep it was, Jay would have known he was not walking back up the same way on foot. That's why we believe when he left the Airbnb, he looked at his Google Maps. He had internet at that point. He had battery at that point. He would have seen Mirador La Cruz de Hilda, tapped it, seen coffee and cakes, somewhere to charge his phone. Unfortunate for him, it didn't open until 10 o'clock. But we believe that's why he went what people consider the wrong way away from Los Cristianos, because Jay would have known from these videos you're going to see, there's no way he could have walked back up that winding road. No way. So we believe he walked towards the next bus stop up by Mirador La Cruz de Hilda to shorten the distance and shorten the time for him to wait for the next bus. And it was on that top road. He was joking around with Brad that he was going to come off path. Brad had heard gravel or stones underneath, suggested he'd stepped over the concrete stones off path from the main road, and the rest, as you know, is history. But this is some unseen footage we've never posted before. This was part of the fact find for the second recce mission that we did, and I actually retraced Jay's steps approximately the same time he would have made them in the car with the two guys that he was with, at around 5:45 in the morning, arriving at Masca approximately 6:15. 6:30, 7:15. Here's the videos. Okay, just to give you guys some context, we know the facts are Jay left in a car with two people that he was friendly with. He would have made this trip on the motorway for approximately half an hour. He would have made this trip at around about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. It's actually 6 o'clock in the morning now, or 5:45. It was the night of a Sunday, so the morning of a Monday. Now, I'm making this trip now, as you can see. There's not too much on the way to the motorway. However, when I get to Santiago del Teide, I'll do another video. And then more importantly, the road from Masca at more or less this time in the morning will give you some indication of just how challenging it was to make that journey with his two friends all the way to the Airbnb based in Masca. Hi guys, we're just coming through the tunnel. So I've been on the motorway for 15 minutes. I'm about another 5 minutes away from Santiago del Teide. I'm just coming through the tunnel, which goes through the mountain. Just to give you some idea and some concept, this is the journey Jay would have made with his two friends NRG festival to get to Santiago del Teide on his way to the Airbnb in Masca. Okay, I'm actually on the road to Masca now. This is the decline. I am literally moving at 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. The road is tight. The bends are extremely tight. I cannot see anything in the distance. It requires so much concentration. You literally cannot go any faster than what I'm going if you want to navigate this road carefully. I'm literally at a snail's pace. And it just begs the question, why take the risk? Why come all the way out here? It just doesn't make sense. Guys, this is not a joke. I can promise you, on the other side of these concrete blocks is a sheer drop. If you make a mistake up here, you do not get a second chance. Look at the hairpin bends. I've actually got my live location on. I've shared it with 3 members of my family, just because you just don't know what's going to happen on these roads. It is that dangerous. We're in the mountainside. The cliffs there, you can see the silhouette. They're a couple of 1,000 meters above sea level. This makes no sense whatsoever to make this journey. Why would you leave a populated, civilized area to make this journey when you've got everything on your doorstep? And by the way, Jay was staying in Los Cristianos, which was probably a taxi ride of about 5 minutes away from where the festival was. But instead, he chose to get in the car with 2 of his friends, come 20 minutes up the motorway, go through Santiago del Teide, and then navigate this treacherous hillside road to get to a remote Airbnb. Ask yourself the question, why would you do that? Look at the mountain.